It's impossible to stay, but there's one thing.
Today, we're counting down top 10 1970s one-hit wonders, and they're all sung by the same person.
Tossing and turning and free.
Now, before we jump into the list, let me set this up for you real quick. This video actually came from a viewer suggestion, and once I started digging into it, I knew we had to do it. Because when we think of one-hit wonders, we usually think of artists who had one big moment and then disappeared. But today's singer is the total opposite. His name is Tony Burrows, and chances are you know his voice very well, even if you've never heard his name.
Shabby in your dress, always look a mess.
Tony was a British session singer, which meant producers would call him in to sing demos or fill in vocals for studio projects. The crazy thing is, a lot of those demos weren't supposed to be the final version. But his voice sounded so good that they just released them as is. The result? Same singer, different band names, hit after hit after hit. So as we go through this list, you're probably going to have a lot of, wait, that was the same guy moments. And also, if you enjoy uncovering these hidden stories behind 70s music, make sure to like the video and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and there's a lot more nostalgia coming. All right, let's get started.
Nothing in the world that I would rather see.
Kicking things off at number 10, United We Stand, Brotherhood of Man, released January 1970. This song came out right as the decade was beginning, and it couldn't have arrived at a better time. United We Stand was all about togetherness, loyalty, and sticking together when things get tough, a theme that really resonated in the early 70s. Tony Burrows sang Lead on the original hit version, which climbed into the UK top 10 and later gained traction in the US.
Then your smile's my love.
What's interesting here is that Brotherhood of Man would later become famous without him. Most people don't realize that Tony's voice helped introduce the group to the charts in the first place. At number 9 is Gimme Dat Ding. The Pipkins released March 1970. This is where things get fun. The Gimme Dat Ding is a novelty song, inspired by a bicycle bell, and it was never meant to be taken seriously. But that playful energy is exactly why it worked. Tony's performance is what sells it. He leans into the silliness while still keeping it catchy and professional, which helped the song shoot to number 1 in the UK and into the US top 10. Fun fact, Tony Burrows actually appeared on Top of the Pops twice in one night as different artists, singing 2 different hits with 2 different band names. Coming in at number 8, My Baby Loves Lovin', White Plains, released January 1970. This one is pure feel-good pop. My Baby Loves Lovin' started out as a demo. Tony sang it as a guide vocal, but once producers heard it, they realized they already had the perfect take. The song raced to number 1 in the UK, and listeners fell in love with that warm, upbeat vocal. White Plains suddenly had a massive hit, even though Tony wasn't technically a full-time member of the band. This is a perfect example of how his voice became the identity of so many projects. Coming in at number 7 is Julie, Do You Love Me by White Plains, released in 1970. After the success of My Baby Loves Lovin', White Plains returned with another hit, once again featuring Tony Burrows on lead vocals.
Freezing and burning and crying all through.
The song leaned more into emotion and vulnerability, and Tony's voice gave it that sincere, heartfelt sound. It became a UK top 10 hit. Even though most listeners had no idea the same singer was behind multiple bands. At number 6, we have Love Grows, Where My Rosemary Goes, Edison Lighthouse, released January 1970. This is the song most people associate with Tony Burrows, even if they don't know his name. Written by Tony Macaulay and Barry Mason, Love Grows is built around that instantly recognizable vocal melody.
Dog's kinda lazy, vocation's crazy.
The lyrics are simple, but Tony's delivery makes them feel heartfelt. The song hit number 1 in the UK and reached the top 5 in the US, becoming one of the defining pop songs of the early 70s. And here's the wild part. Edison Lighthouse barely existed as a touring band. It was mostly a studio project, powered by one unforgettable voice. Before we continue, take a moment and comment below. Did you already know that this was the same singer on all of these songs? And here's a quick trivia question for you. Which of these was Tony Burrows' first number 1 hit? Drop your answer in the comments. All right, let's move on to the top 5. Breaking into the top 5 at number 5, Beach Baby, the first class released June 1974. Beach Baby sounds like California Sunshine, but it's actually a British studio creation. The song was written as a tribute to early 60s surf pop, especially the Beach Boys. Tony's voice was perfect for that nostalgic sound, giving the track a timeless quality. It became a top 5 hit in the US, and many listeners assumed the band was American. Once again, different name, same singer.
Pardon in your hair.
At number 4 is When You Are a King by White Plains, released in 1971.
See you always look your best. Change your dirty best.
After the massive success of My Baby Loves Lovin', White Plains returned with another hit, once again featuring Tony Burrows on lead vocals. When You Are a King leaned more into emotion and maturity, showing a slightly deeper side of Tony's voice. The song reached the UK top 10, proving that his success wasn't a fluke and that his voice was still connecting with listeners well into the early 1970s.
For your shirt against fighting in the rain.
Coming in at number 3, Save Your Kisses for Me, Brotherhood of Man, released March 1976.
I'll be thinking of you in most every...
This one is massive. Save Your Kisses for Me won the Eurovision Song Contest and went on to become a number 1 hit across Europe and the UK.
All the while, with your cute little way.
Tony Burrows sang on the recording, even though he wasn't the face of the group at the time. The song went on to sell over 6 million copies worldwide, making it one of the biggest hits connected to his voice.
Kisses for me, save all your kisses for me.
At number 2, we have Rock Me Gently, Andy Kim released, 1974. Here, Tony appears on backing vocals, supporting another pop legend. Andy Kim wrote and recorded this soft rock classic, and Tony's harmonies helped give it that smooth, radio-friendly sound that dominated the mid-70s.
The dream that makes you mine.
The song reached #1 in the US, proving that even when he wasn't front and center, Tony Burrows was still part of chart-topping music.
Come hold me close, don't let me go.
And finally, at #1, Let's Put It All Together by the Stylistics released. 1974. Another massive hit with Tony Burrows contributing vocals behind the scenes. By this point, Tony's voice had appeared on dozens of hit records, often without credit or recognition. His career is a reminder that some of the most important artists of the 1970s weren't always the most visible. Same voice, different bands, an unbelievable run of hits. Tony Burrows was an amazing singer and made countless hits that still resonate with us today, but no one would have ever thought that this amazing voice would be part of so many unforgettable 1970s songs. And that's one of the reasons the 70s will always be special.
She knows how to use it, my baby love.